Welcome to Sports Jam for the week of September 16th. I'm John Jacobson.
I'm Jay Wilcox. Today on the show, Week 3 action in prep football. We'll meet a Maple Grove running back who's making a name for himself early this season, and we'll check in with Champlin Park's surging volleyball team.
And we'll get started with volleyball, a fast-starting team from the area. Osseo has produced consistent winners in the sport, but they've had trouble getting past last year's Northwest Suburban Conference and Section 5 3A champion Blaine. The Orioles were trying to end that trend on the Bengals' home court. Game 1, Lydia Dimke nails the kill for Blaine. Later, Jackie Jones gets the ace serve for Osseo. The Orioles win the opening game 25-18. Game 2 is great action. Osseo takes an early lead, but Blaine comes back. Taylor Morgan with the kill. Osseo facing a game point, but the Shia Sanders kill ties it at 24. And then Christina Bowe's kill gives the Orioles an exciting 26-24 win and a 2-game lead. And Osseo finishes Blaine in 3. Hannah Pekarik with the point here. It's a big early season victory for the Orioles.
I love matches like this at the beginning of the season. Having some game points against you, playing some big points like that, and gaining that experience and gaining the confidence to take big swings and big parts of the match.
And we'll have much more volleyball coming up later in the show. Now to football, where Maple Grove is looking to repeat as a conference champ in the North Division of the Northwest Suburban. They look to go 3-0 on the season as they hosted Elk River of the conference's West Division. Tahi Nomane takes the handoff and cuts behind a good block to score a 4-yard touchdown. Maple Grove strikes first midway through the first quarter. Early in the second quarter, and Clark Winicky takes the swing pass, breaks a tackle immediately, gets a couple of downfield blocks, and he is gone. It's a 58-yard touchdown for Winicky to make it 13-0 Crimson. Fumbles kill the Elks in this one. It pops up in the air, and Jake Engelken is there to grab the loose ball. He has nothing but turf in front of him, and Engelken goes all the way for an 83-yard return for the touchdown. Maple Grove goes up 20-0 at halftime. And they put it away in the third quarter. Winicky takes the handoff and follows his blockers before dashing into the clear. This one covers 64 yards as Maple Grove cruises past mistake-prone Elk River for a 42-6 win. We'll meet Tahi Nomane later in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
Champlin Park has owned the football rivalry with Brooklyn Park neighbor Park Center. The 2013 matchup turned into a pretty interesting game. Third quarter, the Rebels with the ball. Detrice Mulsumo takes the handoff and with some good moves dashes 19 yards into the end zone for a touchdown. Champlin Park adds a 2-point conversion to lead 17-3. The Pirates foul by putting together a nice drive of their own. Parker Miller to Joe Davis with the pass. Davis heading for the end zone, gets knocked out of bounds at the Champlin Park 2-yard line. It's a 39-yard gain. Next play, and the handoff goes to Rondé Berry, who scores the touchdown. The Pirates are within a score at 17-9. The teams trade touchdowns early in the fourth quarter, and the Rebels end up with more to cheer about after that. Alexander Zeze intercepts a deflected pass and goes 35 yards for a touchdown to make it 30-16 the Rebels. They win for the first time this season. 37-16 is the final. At Breck, the Mustangs hosted Brooklyn Center. Late first half, Breck quarterback Graydon Kulik hits Will Culleton for a 41-yard gain into the Centaurs' territory. Penalty added 15 more yards onto the play. And then the next play, Kulik looks left and finds Jorgen Salveson open. Salveson scores on the 26-yard play, and the Mustangs take a 14-0 lead into halftime. Kulik spreading the wealth around and looks for and finds another target in the third quarter. Ramud Bowman hauls in the 20-yard touchdown pass, and Breck's up 20-0. But Brooklyn Center comes down and they answered. Chester Whaley passes to a wide-open Alex Houghton for a 21-yard touchdown, and the Centaurs are on the board. BC then in the red zone again on the next drive, and Breck's Justin Brown comes up with a huge play, wrestling the ball right away from Whaley after the snap. Breck wins a 32-13 for their second straight win. The Mustangs' homecoming game this coming Saturday.
A few local teams played Thursday night, and that includes the Wayzata Trojans, who bounced back from a Game 2 loss in a big way. The Trojans, with their home opener against Anoka, First quarter, Tanner Bedard with a hard 10-yard touchdown run for Wayzata and a quick 7-0 lead. 2 possessions later, Austin Gordon flashes out of the backfield on a 47-yard touchdown run. This one already makes it 21-0 Trojans. Second quarter, Nelson Moen jumps the route and he is gone the other way for a defensive touchdown. That one makes it 35-0 Wayzata. Late in the second quarter, Joey Colpine gets a nice block and scampers 19 yards for another score. The Trojans score on all of their offensive possessions in the first half to build a 56-0 halftime lead on the way to a 56-28 win.
Eden Prairie won the Class 6A football championship a year ago. Totino Grace took the 5A title. Both schools are in 6A this season for the playoffs, and the 2 champions met up last week. First quarter, Eden Prairie's Ryan Connolly throws to Dan Fisher for a 12-yard touchdown pass to put Eden Prairie up 7-0 in the first quarter. It doesn't take long for Grace to answer. Ben Bazinga fields the ensuing kickoff on the 1, gets some good blocking, breaks some early tackles, and he sprints 99 yards for a touchdown. Totino Grace ties the game at 7, and that's the score after 1 quarter in this game. Midway through the second quarter, Fisher goes up the middle and scores a 3-yard touchdown run to make it 13-7. Eden Prairie's defense then comes up with a back-breaking play for Grace. Matt Cheeseman intercepts the Seth Sowell pass and goes 33 yards for a touchdown, and it's 21-7. Jeff Ferguson's team is unable to rally from that. Anthony Anderson scores on touchdown runs of 42 and 35 yards in the third quarter. As the number 1 team in the state shows its stuff. Eden Prairie wins big, 42-7.
Wow, that was a very lopsided matchup between what have been 2 great programs.
Right, Totino Grace does have some guys out, but they were still overmatched. Eden Prairie is just that good. And you know a team that looks great through 3 weeks, Jay? Osseo. Well, a huge win up at Blaine.
That one was one that you thought, maybe it'd be a close game or certainly a tough one to win on the road, and they come up and they just destroy the Bengals. They almost had Minnetonka in week 2, or they'd be getting even a lot more attention than they are. But yeah, they're definitely off to a great start.
Next up on Sports Jam, action from a big week in volleyball, plus soccer and cross country. Stay with us.
The next couple of Saturdays, the biggest and best regular season cross-country meets will be run. Several local teams tuned up at the Rum River Invitational meet in Anoka. Armstrong and Park Center among the local boys teams racing in this one. Jacob McDermott of Cretin-Durham Hall rolls to an easy win on the dusty course there. His time is 15:45.4 on the 5,000-meter run. About 15 seconds back in second place, Joe Lewisell of Totino Grace. His Eagles also in contention in a tightly bunched team field. Cooper sophomore Garrett Williams places 6th, and it's a good day for Armstrong. John Delaney places 8th, and Ben Kaufman is 10th. As we check out the team scores, the Armstrong boys edge Moundsview for the top spot by 3 points, with Totino Grace in third, just 5 points back of the Mustangs. Cooper is 9th, Benilde 10th, Champlin Park 14th, and Park Center 15th. Moundsview's girls roll to a win ahead of White Bear Lake. Totino Grace is 3rd and Armstrong 4th. Benilde and Park Center run 7 and 8, with Cooper 11th and Champlin Park 14th.
Wayzata's boys continue to run well this season. They easily capture the title at the Rochester Mayo Invitational with 35 points. Stillwater is 2nd, followed by Winona and Red Wing. Wayzata's Connor Olson wins the race in a time of 15 minutes, 18 seconds. The Malacca Mega Meet and the Eagle Invitational in Apple Valley are the big meets this Saturday, with the Roy Griak meet at the U of M the following Saturday, September 28th. Virtually all local teams will race in one or more of those meets. Now back to volleyball. Heritage Christian Academy has enjoyed some success at the Class A level over the years. The Eagles hosted their annual tournament over the weekend. The host team in black as they faced Monticello in pool play. In the first set, good execution of the pass, set and kill for the Eagles. Janae Fugelstead getting the kill there for Heritage. Monticello controls the first game though after Heritage sends the ball over. Laura Werlinger sets Jamie Moss for the big hit and the Magic win game 125-17. In the second set, the Eagles rally with good defense. Watch this sequence. Maddie Torvey digs another smash by Moss. Ross tries again. She's stopped by a block by Emily Hunt. Then Hannah Welter stuffed by Fugelstedt, and Heritage takes the lead. After Monticello takes a 5-point lead, the Eagles buckle down, tying it at 18. Emily Torre with a nice setter dump past the Magic defenders. Heritage wins the game 25-23 for a split, but they lose the match on a cumulative score, and they finish 4th in the tournament.
Also at that tournament, Armstrong facing Providence. Armstrong plays big on defense. Providence's Maria Paula Agadello has her hit blocked by Chloe Pavila. Then Erin McIntyre gets stuffed at the net by Indigo Thompson, and the Falcons go up 20-10. Providence serving when setter Thompson will disguise it well, dumping the ball deep into the corner here to extend the Falcons' lead. Later in the first set, Hannah Schmiesing on the serve for Armstrong. She drops an ace past a diving Lions player. Armstrong goes on to win it 25-13. And in the second set, Providence trying to even things up. Armstrong serving Christina Stanke over to Clara Counts, who gets the kill here. But Armstrong's just a little too strong in this one. Courtney Malham's serve leads to a Kelsey Sather kill. The Falcons go on to win the game 25-14, taking the match in 2. And in the championship of the Heritage Tournament, it's about as close as can be, and Armstrong edges Minnehaha Academy for the title. The Falcons win the third game 15-13 to claim the championship. It's also a good weekend for Osseo as the Orioles take the title at the Farmington Tournament. Despite losing the first game to Delano, and Osseo does enter the week undefeated.
Champlin Park and Maple Grove's volleyball teams are also off to great starts in mostly non-conference matches. Maple Grove visited Champlin Park in a Northwest Suburban Conference match last week. Champlin Park's on the left. Maria Sampson with a dig leads to a cross-court hit for the kill by Sydney Hilly. The Rebels grab a 12-4 lead in Game 1. Maple Grove battles back. Kayla Crane with the back set to Taylor Johnson for the kill, and they're within 22-20. But Champlin Park regains control. Brenna Walton sets to Caitlin Kearns for the kill as the Rebels win the opening set 25-23. Rebels again build an early lead in the second. Walton drops in an ace serve for a 14-5 lead, and they roll to a 25-18 win. To the third set, and Hilly sets up Sampson for the kill. The Rebels go up 13-5, and strong serving helps carry Champlin Park to a sweep. Walton delivers an ace here as the Rebels roll to a win in 3 over Maple Grove. The Hopkins volleyball team figures to be one of the state's best this fall, but the Royals were really tested by longtime rival Wayzata. Wayzata's in the near court in the first game. They play a free ball over. Samantha Seliger-Swenson sets to Talia Johnson for the kill, and Hopkins rolls to a 25-16 win in the first game. Off the Hopkins serve, Tia Dilly-Starks is the passer, and then she gets it right back for the kill. Wayzata grabs a 25-20 win in Game 2 to even the match up 1-1. More Wayzata in the third. Kirsten Bryan gets up with a block in the middle and wipes it outside and scores the point. Wayzata takes a tight one, 25-22, to go up 2-1. But Hopkins isn't done yet. They set the ball outside to Jasmine Martin, who goes off speed to get the point for a 22-13 lead on the way to a 25-17 Royals win. And they carry the momentum into the fifth set. Ruby Moreland gets the decisive kill. Hopkins rallies and takes a tough 5-game match.
Now to soccer, the Benilde St. Margaret's boys had a challenging week with 3 quality opponents. The Red Knights at home against Spring Lake Park. Benilde gets a penalty kick, and Taras Tatarin takes advantage, burying it low in the corner for a 1-0 Red Knights lead at halftime. They get a great chance in the second half. The pass finds Aiden O'Driscoll, but his shot at the near post is stopped, and it stays 1-0. Spring Lake Park evens it up. Rogoberto Villasenor Garcia's free kick headed by Tyler Green, and it finds the net. The Panthers excited about that one. But O'Driscoll's free kick into traffic here out in front. Jason Sylvester knocks it in for the game winner as Benilde wins 2-1. They lost to Class AA's top-ranked team, Minneapolis Southwest, before beating Rochester Lords on Saturday. In girls soccer, Maple Grove is playing well after a stumble against Centennial. The Crimson hosted Champlin Park's Rebels. Maple Grove establishes ball control early. The pass deflects off the defender to Samantha Landis. Her shot tipped off the crossbar by Nicole Schultz, the Rebels keeper. Nice setup here as Brianna Johnson takes the pass, spins by the defender, drops it off to Madison Carey, and then gets the return pass. Johnson drives a shot in for a goal. Ben Levon and the Crimson dominate the first half, and they lead it by a score of 1-0. Champlin Park plays a stronger second half, though, and they get some chances to try and tie it up. Kelsey Wood's shot, though, is stopped by Casey Audie. Maple Grove holds on for a 1-0 win. And Maple Grove now, John, has 4 of its next 5 games, though, on the road.
Good start for them, though, at the beginning of the season. Stay with us. Straight ahead in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet a dynamic running back who's helped lead Maple Grove to an unbeaten start. He is a humble and pretty quiet kid, but Maple Grove senior running back Tahi Nomane is making some noise this fall on the football field. In this week's Sports Jam Spotlight, meet a young man who wears the number 28 with distinction.
Number 28, Tahi Nomane, makes no secret about who his football role model is. It's that number 28 guy who wears purple every Sunday in the fall. Last year's NFL Most Valuable Player, Adrian Peterson. And this 5'11", 205-pound muscular high school senior even looks the part.
Yeah, I try to be like him as much as I can. I even kind of perfected his stance in the backfield, so every little aspect that AP does, I try to copy it.
You can see with how he cuts and how he does some things, there is some Adrian Peterson things where you watch him and he looks like him. He's got his style, that's definite.
Through 3 games, Tahi has scored 6 touchdowns and rushed for nearly 600 yards. Most of that yardage came in the Crimson's first 2 wins. Tahi is pretty humble about it.
They just kept giving me the ball, and I just did what I could. You know, I really got to give a shout out to my offensive line. I mean, those guys do all the hard work. I just run through.
He's always been team first. I mean, he's kind of more of a shy guy, and he's always just very humble about everything, and he's not a big head at all. He's a very nice guy, and it's a great teammate.
In terms of the cool part about Tahi is he's a yes sir, no sir, every bit of coaching he takes. He's a very humble, what you saw is what he is. He's a very humble, naturally deflects everything off him, and he's a neat kid to be around. He's been great for our team.
In Maple Grove's win over Elk River, junior back Clark Winicky gained nearly 100 yards, including a 64-yard burst for a touchdown.
See you later. Touchdown, Crimson.
Sharing the rushing load is okay with Tahi.
I think me and Clark Winicky complement each other. Like, Coach does a great job of rotating us in to keep us fresh. Altogether, it's a team thing, man. I mean, when the team needs me, the team needs me. When the team needs Clark, the team needs Clark.
What makes Nomane's season even more special is that he couldn't play varsity football a year ago. Tahi and his family moved from Brooklyn Park to Maple Grove, changing schools in the process. But the move came too late for him to be eligible to play varsity ball under state high school league rules. So he played on the junior varsity team.
It was such a hard road for him because where his parents moved and this and that, and he had to kind of be a JV guy last year, and he's really bought into the team, and the kids love him, and I think our O-line has taken to him.
It really gave me more time to focus on this year too also. So all the time that I've been playing JV, I've been watching other people, like, see how the plays were run, just critiquing myself day by day, knowing that I would come back and have a spectacular year.
Tahi says he loves watching college and NFL football. His goal is to earn a scholarship for the next 4 years. Right now, though, he's just trying to stay grounded, something his opponents haven't had much luck in doing.
I try not to put attention on myself. I mean, when somebody mentions me, I just try my best to stay humble and thankful. I'm not the cocky type of person. I'm just grateful for what I have.
Tahi says he hasn't heard from any schools yet as far as college football is concerned, but Coach Lombardi expects that to change. Unbeaten Maple Grove plays at Blaine on Friday night. Jay talks volleyball with the Champlin Park Rebels next.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. It's been a great start to the season so far for the Champlin Park volleyball team, an 8-1 record coming into this week, and we're joined by a couple of their captains and also their head coach, John Junker. And starting with Callie Zevnik, and I know you guys felt like you had a chance to be a decent team this year, but how are you feeling about the way things have gone so far here?
I am just so proud of our team. I think that we have worked so hard to get to where we are, and I think that it's paying off in a really good way. So I'm just really excited and happy for us.
What do you guys feel like you're really doing best on the court?
I mean, obviously our offense is very strong, and we are very good at connecting with each other, and we're consistent in what we do, and we don't let the other team just take over, and we're good at controlling the game.
I know you've played kind of a mixture of opponents so far, playing in that one tournament and also some conference teams. Do you feel like you've gotten a good challenge, that you've seen a nice mix of opponents so far too?
I mean, I guess the teams that we've played have been really challenging, especially in the Marshall tournament. So it's been hard, but also we've gotten a lot better because of the people that we've played. So it's nice.
All right, Callie, thanks for joining us. So good luck the rest of the season here.
Thank you.
And Maria Sampson, you've been part of this program for quite a while, and how much fun has it been to see the team get off to this kind of a start so far?
It's been a lot of fun, especially with our incoming class and all the returners. I think we've created like a bond, I guess you'd say, and then just to watch us grow, and yeah, pretty much.
Has that happened quicker maybe than you thought it might even to blend, because every year it's a new thing, putting a team together like this?
I knew we would get better as the seasons went on, but I think a lot more than I originally thought, so it's been a surprise.
I know you guys took care of Maple Grove in 3 last week, and they're a team that's had, kind of a similar good start like that. Was that a good match for your team overall?
Yeah, I thought that definitely brought our kind of a vibe, you'd say, up a little bit, just in terms of if teams are undefeated or have a really good record, you can't overlook that. You just have to play hard no matter who you're playing.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, and best of luck the rest of the way here.
Thank you.
And Coach Junker, I know you talked about this team. You were feeling pretty good as the practices got started. You like the way they've performed on the court so far?
Yeah, absolutely. 8-1 start. We're real happy about that. It's probably a little better than maybe we expected. We knew this was going to be one of our deepest groups that we've had in recent years, and but they've really come together really quickly. Had some success on the court, and yeah, we're very excited about it.
Can you see the confidence level growing each night on the court with the team too?
Absolutely. It even started in the first match of the year at Roseville. We lost a close first set and came back and won a second one when we were down 24-21, and that just showed right there that there was a different mindset this year, and they built off it, and we had some nice wins, and that win against Maple Grove was really a nice win for us. We've had some other nice wins, but with Maple Grove's confidence coming in too, it kind of surprised us that it went the way it did, but yeah, they're getting more and more confident every day.
A lot of times you have to take baby steps moving up, but do you feel this is a team that now is a strong contender to win the conference?
Win the conference, we'll see. We just want to see if we can maybe finish in the top 3. We know we got to go through the Blaines and Osseo still and see what happens, and we got to play those guys coming up. But, yeah, maybe not some baby steps. We talked about that a little bit last night. We've kind of taken a jump, maybe bigger jump than the normal route. But we'll see. We still have a lot of conference games to go and see what happens. But we're excited, and we're going to try for it and see what happens.
Thanks for joining us, John. Best of luck the rest of the way here.
Thank you.
All right, the Rebels have Centennial coming up later in the week, and then next Monday, the 23rd, they'll be playing Totino Grace. That's a match you can see live here on 12 Sports. We'll be back with some final thoughts here on Sports Jam right after this.
Follow 12 Sports replays and live events on Twitter, Facebook, and live stream. Watch your favorite high school athletes performing live on your computer or mobile device. Link to us on 12.tv.
Our game of the week is a District 279 volleyball matchup as Maple Grove visits Osseo. Watch it live Thursday night on Channel 12 or on our website, 12.tv. Catch the replays on Channel 12 Friday night at 7 and 10 p.m. and Saturday morning at 10.
And that is all the time we have this week. Thanks for watching.
I'll see you next time here on Sports Jam.
It's time to get ready for a great run through the beautiful Elm Creek Park Reserve. Find out more about the Saturday, October 12th Autumn Woods Classic by clicking on In the Community at 12.tv.